How's it going, guys? This is Alex Danner from Hunt Peak. Today I'm going to be going through my favorite piece of Sitka gear, the Fanatic Hoody. It is something that I've worn for about the past 4 or 5 seasons and is definitely one of my favorite things that Sitka has ever created. I've worn it for a bunch of different hunts, but I did a lot of deer hunting with it the past couple years. I took it elk hunting, and then I did some bear hunting with it as well. But today I just want to go through everything about this jacket and really break it down as best I can. So if you're thinking about adding this jacket to your collection, then hopefully I can give you a little bit more information about it so you can make a more informed decision. But today I'm going to break it down and go through the features of it, all the different specs, the pros, the cons, and then make sure to wait till the end of the video because I'm going to give my final grade of the jacket. So let's go, guys. If you're like me, you pay attention to weight. It kind of depends on the hunt. If you're going deer hunting and you're not doing a whole lot of hiking, weight's not a big factor, but this jacket does weigh in at around 16 ounces, so right around a pound. It's not very heavy in general. I mean, I've taken it on hunts where I do have to do a lot of hiking, and it hasn't been a big deal to wear it. If I get hot, throw it in my pack. But the versatility definitely outweighs the weight of the jacket, and I'll get into more of that later. The inside of this jacket, the inner lining uses microgrid fleece, which is actually a very nice and stretchy material. So if you want to throw this over multiple layers, that nice stretch makes it very easy to do that, and then it goes back right to its old form. It also uses polygene odor control technology, which a lot of gear out there does have some kind of scent prevention in it. I didn't look too much into it because I don't really rely on something like that for my scent proof, being scent proof out in the woods. Before I go hunting, I have all my gear, including this, in a scent proof bag or a bin. And then I will make sure to, wash all my clothes before and after I wear it. When I go hunting, I make sure to spray everything down, and usually I'll even shower before I go hunt. So it's cool that they have that, but I just wanted to add that little tidbit in there because if you do buy this jacket, I still wouldn't recommend, just relying on that. You still got to take care of the gear and make sure you get all that stank off you before you go out into the woods. So, all right, so the camo patterns of this jacket. As you can see, this is the Elevated II, which is one of probably Sitka's most popular camo pattern. It is a very nice pattern. I mean, you see it pretty much everywhere, and a lot of people wearing it. I think a lot of people just think it looks cool, which it does, but also it's been very effective. So if you are a whitetail hunter, it does very well when you're sitting up in a tree stand, blending in and getting rid of your silhouette, when deer come in close. But it also comes in 2 solid colors. It comes in a black and a green, and I actually own the black, and it's something I wear around just when I'm going, to the store or something like that in town, wherever I go, just because it's a very nice jacket, and I don't really want to wear this camo out there every time. So on top of that, they also have the women's jacket for this, and the reason I bring that up is because I bought this exact jacket in women's for my wife, and she has become a huge fan of it. She wears it all the time when she's laying around the house or when we're up at the farm, but she just thinks it's very comfortable, very warm, and some of the features that I'm going to get into later, she's a huge fan of, but we'll get into that in a second. So one thing I just want to touch on with this jacket is the size. So Sitka's camo, Sitka's anything with their gear, I kind of take a different size depending on what it is. So if it's up until this weight, any kind of hoodie, I'll get a size large. I'm actually 6 foot and 180 pounds. So getting to that weight is, or that size is pretty good. And then anything past that, any heavier layers, I'll get an XL so I can layer underneath with, things like this, anything underneath it. So it fits over there nicely, but this jacket is a large and it fits, relatively snug. It's an athletic fit, which I really like, especially because I'm a bow hunter and I'm filming. It doesn't get in the way. The string, I don't have to worry about hitting my arm when I go, when I shoot my bow, and it just does a, great job just conforming to your body. So the best part about this jacket, my personal favorite, and I think a lot of people share this same feeling as I do, is actually the hood and face mask. So Sitka did a very good job putting those together, and it's something that I'm consistently finding myself using whenever I'm in the stand. The hood Very nice. You know, it fits very good on your head, and it doesn't cut off your peripheral vision. You know, maybe looks a little crazy. It's definitely not the most stylish looking hood, but it definitely does a very good job. That on top of the best part about the jacket, the built-in face mask. So as you can see, you don't need to worry about packing a face mask anymore. Those days are gone and good because they sucked. So the next really cool thing with this jacket is the hand muffs. So as you can see, you can roll them up, keep them over your arm, just like this, just like I have on that one. And then if your hands start to get cold and maybe you don't have gloves or just want a little bit more warmth to your hand, you can roll them out, flip this over, and cover your hands. And it's got a nice little thumb hole here too, so you can still have some access if you need to use whatever, you know, if you have to send a text or something like that. But these are very handy just in a lot of situations you wouldn't really think you'd need them. I know when I'm, you know, getting ready and I'm like riding out in the ATV to go to my stand and my hands just get a little chill, you know, and all my stuff's in my bag, it's nice just to be able to flip these over your hand, you know, and warm up a little bit. So just like other hoodies and jackets that Sitka has, this one does actually have a chest pocket on it too. It's a pretty small pocket, you know, you can't fit too much in there. You're not going to fit your cell phone, but it is great for something small like a wind checker. And it's just, you know, just handy to have there in case you, you know, need it for whatever reason. So this jacket also has a Kangaroo Pocket. It's a nice size, you know, you can easily put some gear in there if you needed to, you know, especially if this is one of the outer layers of when you're going hunting. But it's got a very nice interior, you know, it's very soft and, you know, keeps you nice and warm. It's not going to keep you very warm, you know, it's not something I would rely on, but it's a nice little feature to have. All right, so one thing that I always want to know when I buy some new camo is how versatile it's going to be and when I can wear it. So this jacket here, I do wear it most of the year. Like I said earlier, it's something that I always bring in my bag if I can. If it's really hot out, you know, 60 or above, it's just too warm, you don't need it. So anything below that, mid-October, you know, during the fall is great time to wear this as an outer layer. And then as it gets colder, it's something I still wear just as a layering system. And I'll wear this jacket even it gets down to, you know, below zero, because it's just having the face mask and all the different features of this hoodie is really nice to just have on any hunt. And I can fit, you know, at least 2 to 3 layers underneath here if it's very cold out, and you know, still have some range of motion. So the really nice thing about this for bow hunting, and if you do film your hunts, is just how quiet it is. I mean, it doesn't make any noises whatsoever. You can move around all you want and deer are never ever going to hear you. It's always nice to have that, you know, but once it gets a little bit colder, if it's windy, the downfall is it's not windproof, you know, so you're going to have some sacrifices. You know, a lot of times windproof gear is going to be a little bit noisier. So if it's not windy and it's a little, you know, not too cold, you can definitely wear this as a overlayer. So if you're thinking about buying some Sitka gear and, you know, maybe you're just trying to test it out, you know, you've seen people wear it maybe on the outdoor channel and just thought it looks nice. It definitely is nice. There is no doubt that Sitka is my favorite camo brand, and I've tried most of them out there. I just think the attention to detail they have with especially something like this, you know, they come up with things that nobody really does, and I appreciate that. But if you're just new to hunting and looking just to buy one piece, I honestly think this will be the one to get, because it's not too expensive. It's about, I think it's $190. So although a little bit pricier, it's very cheap compared to the rest of their stuff that gets up in the $400, $500 range. So this is a good piece, something that you'll wear every year and you can wear almost all year round. And to me, just investing in a nice piece of camo is a great idea if I know that I'm going to be hunting every year, multiple times a year, which I am. So if you're only going to be hunting once, or maybe you got invited to go hunting, I don't know if I would really, you know, worry about it for that. I think you could just buy a little bit cheaper camo, get going, make sure you like hunting, and then if you do, you know, go ahead and buy the nicer stuff then. So I just want to tie everything together. my overall summary of this thing. I know I've said a bunch. It's great. You know, I have no affiliation with Sitka whatsoever. I just like their gear. I like testing different companies' gear and figure out what I like best. And Sitka keeps me coming back. They just, you know, really satisfy all the different things I need when I'm hunting. And, you know, for deer hunting especially, I think they do a great job for that. So I would give them a 10 out of 10 for this jacket. There aren't many things that I really just think are flawless, but this is definitely one of them. And I think everybody would be happy to have this as part of their, you know, in their hunting collection. So definitely look at it. You know, if you're an experienced hunter, a lot of guys out there have it, and for good reason. So I would check it out, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. All right, guys, so that is it. That was all the features of the jacket. I tried my best to go through every little thing about it, so you guys would have as much information about it as possible, you know, if you're thinking about buying this jacket. If you did like it, I'm going to be pumping out more content for gear reviews and some other different types of content every week. So if you did like it, you did like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and also make sure to like the video. If you have any questions for me, just leave that in the comment section and I'll get back to you. But thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.